Howdy everybody and welcome to Razzle Monday Movie News. I am your host, Zachary Maurer, and every Monday I am here to bring you the news that you may have missed from Hollywood and the cinema near you. So friends, let's get started with the top stories from this past week. Come on! I know it's the highest grossing movie of all time, and Cameron might have the bends from diving too many times, but is anyone actually looking forward to 4 Avatar sequels? Well, if you're like me and you couldn't care less about Avatar 2, then the news that James Cameron's Avatar sequel will not be making its 2018 release date is a positive one. That's right everyone, James Cameron, famed director, diver, explorer, history buff, whatever his job title is right now, has taken time away from hunting for Atlantis to tell the Toronto Star newspaper that Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all going to be pretty delayed. The 2018 release date for Avatar 2 is not happening, and that's because he's actually working on Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 all at the same time. I'm just wondering why these movies are really being made. With the advancement in 3D since we've last seen James Cameron's World of Pandora, I'm wondering what there really is left to offer. It's not like the story is why people loved Avatar. But then again, who am I to argue with James Cameron? The guy has made the 2 highest grossing films of all time. I see you, Jim.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you. Our next story is one that's close to James Cameron's heart, but thankfully, at least for the potential release date, not under his control. Ridley Scott, when talking about his Prometheus sequel with the Sydney Morning Herald, had said that the next installment in the Alien franchise is already written. If you ask me, it looks like Ridley's been burning the candle at both ends writing this script. Or maybe Mother is helping him. This was an amazing week for Thor Ragnarok, with Entertainment Weekly releasing official first look photos and official plot details. If you are avoiding everything about this upcoming Marvel blockbuster, here's a mild spoiler warning. That should be enough time. The plot is described as, when we last saw Thor, he was flying off to figure out who was manipulating the Avengers at the end of Age of Ultron. Eventually, he hears rumblings of trouble in Asgard. His evil brother Loki has been impersonating their missing father Odin. Loki's rather lax governing leads to the re-emergence of the imprisoned Hela. Thor's initial encounter with Hela gets him blasted to Sakaar, a barbaric planet ruled by the charming but nefarious Grand Master. Valkyrie, a tough, hard-drinking warrior hiding out on Sakaar, brings the god to the Grand Master. Thor is a bit of a fanboy for the Valkyrie, the elite woman warriors, Hemsworth says, and Thor is then forced into becoming a gladiator, which leads to his haircut and the loss of his trusty hammer. The images discussed previously are amazingly beautiful and give us an awesome look at Thor without his trademark locks or his Uru hammer Mjolnir. The images also show Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and Cate Blanchett as Marvel's first female villain, Hela. But frankly, I'm most excited to see an Elder of the Universe in the always awesome Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master. Taika Waititi's Thor Ragnarok hits theaters on November 3rd, 2017. Spoilers are over. You can come back now. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view is something that Disney is looking to cash in on with their newest casting call. That's right, Disney is looking for their new Aladdin and Jasmine for Guy Ritchie's live-action remake of the 1992 classic film Aladdin. The most exciting part of this story, confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter, is that Disney is looking for Middle Eastern actors between the ages of 18 and 25 who can sing. So, not only are we not getting a whitewashed version of everyone's favorite street urchin and princess, but they're also gonna sing! Okay folks, now we moved on to the segment of our show where we talk about the film trailers released during the past week. And before I get to the big trailers that I really want to discuss, I'm just gonna give you a brief overview of the other trailers released during this week. It was a big week for trailers, especially with the teaser release for the Tupac biopic All Eyes on Me, and 3 promotional releases for Atomic Blonde. Atomic Blonde is the action thriller starring Charlize Theron that's directed by Deadpool 2 director David Leitch. The Scarlett Johansson, Zoe Kravitz, and Kate McKinnon comedy Rough Night released a Red Band trailer, and the second international trailer for the action-adventure biopic The Lost City of Z starring Charlie Hunnam and Tom Holland was also released.
Hey everyone.
The big trailers this week, at least in the eyes of the Razzle family, were those released by DC, Sony, and Universal. Speaking of family, Universal released the second trailer for The Fate of the Furious on March 9th. To see me react to this trailer, please follow the link in the description box below. For a more in-depth look into The Fate of the Furious, make sure to check out the second episode of Alan Havens' trailer analysis show, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and the Emoji, this Thursday, March 16th. He'll be tackling everything that's come out about The Fate of the Furious, which drops in theaters on April 14th, 2017. The official origin trailer for Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman dropped online on March 11th, 2017. This new look at the first ever female-led superhero film was reacted to by our very own Ryan Havens. In order to find that video, please see the link in the description box below. Wonder Woman fights her way into theaters on June 2nd, 2017.
Mental meaning slow. Was he slow? And that's what makes him the best.
Our last big trailer is the first official trailer for Edgar Wright's newest film, Baby Driver. The trailer gives us a taste of the highly anticipated film from the director of such beauties as Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End. Baby Driver slides its way into theaters on August 11th, 2017. Now we've reached the part of our show where I'll briefly outline some of the smaller stories in the world of cinema, and if you want to know more about each individual story, please follow the links that are placed in the description box below. The Hollywood Reporter has reported that director Joe Carnahan has exited the Bad Boys sequel, Bad Boys for Life, over scheduling conflicts or creative differences. Entertainment Weekly has released the first images for Netflix's sci-fi cop drama, Bright. Deadline reported that Sony has won the rights to a Robin Hood spin-off film about Lady Marian starring Margot Robbie. Steven Spielberg will direct and fast-track a film starring Tom Hanks and the overrated Meryl Streep about the Washington Post's role in the 1971 release of the Pentagon Papers. The Post is expected to be released in time for this year's Oscar race. A Just Cause adaptation is in the works with Jason Momoa set to star, and Danny DeVito is in talks to star in Tim Burton's live-action Dumbo remake. Disney shareholders retweeted the footage of Star Wars The Last Jedi, and shareholder Daniel Miller live tweeted the whole thing. In order to see his tweets, please click the link in the description box below. Michael Mann's Ferrari biopic lands Hugh Jackman as the titular character. Director J.A. Bayona tweeted the first image for Jurassic World 2. The film's producer and star, Ryan Reynolds, tweeted a clever picture to confirm that Atlanta's Zaza Beetz is officially Domino in Deadpool 2. And a busy week for Twitter continued as director Shane Black tweeted a picture from the set of The Predator. Is this picture showing the titular alien's newest victims? Academy Award-winning director Damien Chazelle's newest project, a biopic about Neil Armstrong, has officially landed an October 12, 2018 release date. And the original cast for The Ghost in the Shell will lend their voices to the Japanese dub of the Scarlett Johansson sci-fi flick. Now we moved on to the part of our show where I talk about the box office for this past weekend. Coming in at number 1 in the box office this weekend is Kong Skull Island, making $61 million. And coming in at number 2 this week is Fox's Logan, making $37.8 million. Coming in at number 3 and getting past that illustrious $100 million mark is Jordan Peele's horror film Get Out, making $21 million at the weekend box office. Coming in at number 4 is the newest film starring Sam Worthington, The Shack, with $10 million. And rounding out the top 5 is Chris McKay's The Lego Batman Movie, making $7.8 million. We here at Razzle really want you to feel like going to see a movie, so we finish off our show every week with opening this week. There are 2 films getting wide release this week. Number 1 is Disney's highly anticipated live-action remake, The Beauty and the Beast. The second film getting a wide release this week is Greg McLean and James Gunn's ultra-violent office horror film, The Belko Experiment. Make sure to get your tickets for these films when they drop in theaters this Friday, March 17th. Other films getting a limited release this week are Danny Boyle's T2 Trainspotting and Terrence Malick's Song to Song. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like the show, make sure to like and share the episode. Make sure to check out all the other content being released here on Razzle Weekly. Our newest show starring Ryan Havens will premiere this Wednesday, March 15th. It's called Top to Bottom. And don't forget to come back here next Monday for the next installment of Razzle Monday Movie News. I'm Zachary Maurer. Follow Razzle on Twitter at Razzle Review. Follow me on Twitter at I Am Maurer. And I'll catch you here next Monday.